All right, I'm watching this cool show on Discovery Channel called Gold Lies and Videotape, and it's about these people that claim they found gold in a mountain in New Mexico that eventually became a missile bombing site for the Army, testing site. So what they claim is that the Army basically took this piece of land and decided to make it a off limits missile testing site to control the billions of dollars of gold in there. So in Isaiah 45, I want to read it for you. Thus saith the Lord to his anointed, to Cyrus, whose right hand I have held, to subdue nations before him. And I will loose the loins of kings, meaning kings get so scared in front of King Cyrus that they take a dump in their pants. I know that's crazy, but that's actually what that means. I will loose the loins of kings to open before him the two leaved gates, and the gates shall not be shut. I will go before thee and make the crooked places straight. That's a famous Bible verse about how God will straighten out your life. I will break into pieces the gates of brass and cut in sunder the bars of iron. Basically, he's saying to King Cyrus, I'm going to clear out every obstacle in your way, and I'm going to make other kings so scared of you that they take a crap in their pants. And I will give thee treasures of darkness and hidden riches of secret places, that thou mayest know that I, the Lord, which call thee by name, am the God of Israel. So I'm going to wipe out all your enemies, and I'm going to give you hidden treasure and hidden riches so that you can know that I'm God. You can check this out for yourself. Let's check out what the NLT has to say about it in Isaiah 45. Sometimes I like to go between different translations. The King James, of course, sounds the coolest and the oldest. Sometimes the NLT, which is from the 70s or 80s, gives you sort of like a more conversational understanding of it. And the Message gives you the very most casual translation of it. All right, let's see what the NLT has to say about it. This is what the Lord says to Cyrus, his anointed one, whose right hand he will empower. Before him, mighty kings will be paralyzed with fear. King James says their loins, which is like the middle of your stomach, will be loosed. So you lose the tightness in the middle of your stomach and you crap your pants. These kings are going to be so terrified of you that they crap themselves. Their fortress gates will be opened after they crap their pants, never to shut again. This is what the Lord says. I will go before you, Cyrus, and level the mountains. That's cool. We're watching a show on Discovery about mountains. I will smash down gates of bronze and cut through bars of iron. I will give you treasures hidden in the darkness, secret riches. I will do this so you may know that I am the Lord. The word so is important in the Bible. It means everything that just came before this is because of this. Like I'm giving you secret riches so you get it in your thick skull. That's God. God, there's no way anyone could have done this for me but God. I will do this so you know I am the Lord, the God of Israel, the one who calls you by name, meaning I know you're Cyrus. And what that is referring to is that Cyrus shows up to conquer the city of Babylon, which is holding the Jews from Israel. Babylon conquers Israel, takes them as slaves up to Babylon, which is modern day Iraq, under their regime. A couple generations later, Cyrus the general comes in and overtakes the city. When he shows up, Daniel the prophet shows him books in the Old Testament that predict Cyrus by name. And they predict how he's going to take over the city from hundreds of years earlier. It's one of the coolest prophetic stories in the Bible. But that actually happened. Like historians predate the book that Daniel showed Cyrus. Historically, it's shown to be hundreds of years older than the book of Isaiah. So there's historical evidence, good evidence that actually happened. And why have I called you for this work? Why did I call you by name? And when did you not know me? He's saying, I called you by name when you didn't even know who I am. So Cyrus is a Gentile, not a Jewish person. He's from a different country. So God's saying, why did I call you by name? Why did I set this whole thing up where you, Cyrus, would come in and take over Babylon when you didn't even know who I was? You never even thought about God. You never had any interest in God. Why did I call you by name? It's for the sake of Jacob, my servant, Israel, my chosen one. Jacob means the branch of the Jewish people. When the Bible refers to Jacob, they mean ethnic Jewish people. You are descendant from that line, because there are other people who are grafted in, but they're not called Jacob. You're just the same as a Jew in God's eyes when you become a Christian, but you are not ethnically Jacob. So he's saying, why did I make this foreign general? Why did I call him by name? It's for the sake of ethnic Jews, my servants, Israel, my chosen one. I am the Lord. There is no other God. I have equipped you for battle, though you didn't even know me. So he's like, I made you ready to beat these people, even though you had no interest in me. So all the world from east to west will know that there is no other God. I am the Lord, and there is no other. I create the light and make the darkness. I send good times and bad times. I, the Lord, am the one who does these things. Open up heavens, pour out your righteousness, let the earth open wide, so salvation and righteousness can sprout up together. I, the Lord, created them. What sorrow awaits those who argue with their creator? Does a clay pot argue with its maker? Does the clay dispute with the one who shapes it, saying, "Stop, you're doing it wrong"? Does the pot exclaim, "How clumsy can you be"? How terrible would it be if a newborn baby said to its father, "Why was I born?" Or if it said to its mother, "Why did you make me this way?" This is what the Lord says, the Holy One of Israel and your Creator. Do you question what I do for my children, the Jewish people? Do you give me orders about the work of my hands? I'm the one who made the earth and created the people to live on it. With my hands I stretched out the heavens. All the stars are at my command. I will raise up Cyrus to fill my righteous purpose, meaning he's taking a foreign general and he's bringing Cyrus into Babylon, which is holding Jews as slaves. And he let Cyrus conquer Babylon so that Cyrus, who had a favorable attitude towards the Jews, and specifically Nehemiah the Jew asked him, "Can we go back and rebuild Jerusalem?" And Cyrus says yes, because he likes Nehemiah. So he's giving you this Isaiah 45 is giving you this long explanation of why he's letting Cyrus march into Babylon, which is the strongest world superpower, and just take them over overnight without a fight. And the way they did that was by diverting the river that flowed into Babylon's defenses, and they allowed everyone to march in where the river should have been, under the gate. So Babylon is a strongly fortified city. Cyrus, the foreign general, diverts the river upstream so that the river no longer goes under Babylon's gates, and there's enough space under the gate where the river was for his entire army to march in and take the city over overnight without a fight. They just wake up one morning and it's full of Cyrus's guys, and they take it over. Not even a fight. And a previous book predicts that Babylon will fall by having the river diverted. And he shows up in Daniel. You may have heard from the lion's den. Daniel shows him, "Hey, this calls you by name. This old book says Cyrus will show up and do this." It's really a mind blower. I'm the one who made the earth and the people live on it. With my hands I stretched out the heavens. I will raise up Cyrus to fulfill my righteous purpose. I will guide his actions. He will restore my city and free my captive people. He's going to set the Jews free without seeking a reward. He's not even trying to get anything out of it. He just lets them go. I, the Lord of heaven's armies, have spoken. Isaiah 45 is a banger. I mean, it's just nonstop revelation. He says in 45:18, he made the world to be lived in, not a place of empty chaos. 45, the reason that that's relevant is some people have a secular worldview that we're just kind of being randomly affected by things. And this is saying God made the world to be lived in, not a place of empty chaos. 45:19 says, I, the Lord, speak only what is true and declare only what is right. Pretty cool, pretty cool. In Isaiah 45:23, he swears by his own name. I have sworn by my own name, I have spoken the truth. So, God, when you go to court and you put your hand on a Bible, you're swearing by a higher power. God swears by his own name because he can't think of a higher power than him. He's the highest power. He says, I swear this is true by me. God, Isaiah 46:13. Oh, Isaiah 46:10. I can tell you the future before it even happens. Everything I plan will come to pass, for I do whatever I wish. God saying, I'm the only God that can tell you the future. If you look at Bible prophecy, everything it says in the older books starts coming true in the newer books, and it can be historically verified by secular historians. He says in 46:13, I'm ready to set things right, not in the distant future, but right now. If you're praying for something, remember Isaiah 46:13. I'm ready to set things right, not in the future, but right now. Peace.